Welcome to the latest installment of the Run to Daylight program. I am your host, Todd Burrows, and we are going to be doing a draft extravaganza. I am going to first be doing a underdog best ball mania, and again, I will be showing off the excellent browser extension from Spike Week. And then I'm going right into at 11 o'clock. We probably will have an overlap. We will be doing a live FFPC. So this should be a lot of fun. This is brought to you by my friends over at Underdog Fantasy. Underdog Fantasy, always be drafting. We're doing the best ball millionaire. $2 million, insane amount of money up top, $1 million to second place. And I'm going to adjust this screen in a minute so that you can see it bigger. I love this time to draft. I think this is the best time to draft because ADP hasn't caught up yet to early camp news, chance for values, and you guys are going to see my latest incantation of what I am doing. I am almost on the clock. I am on the clock with 28 seconds left. So let's make this bigger so you guys can see it. All right. So this is the overlay. Green, I don't know why it gives it to you before you make a pick, but it does. I'm going to go with Travis Kelce. As you can see, my ownership, actually Eckler, I'm a little low on. Let's go Eckler. I think I'm going to get Eckler because I didn't move to Kels in time, but that's okay. I got a little more Kels than I thought I did. So 6 picks away. You guys know how I do it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then I look for correlations. All right. So I don't understand why Aaron Jones. I'm going to refresh this by jumping out and go to active. And then let's find my best ball mania draft. 5 picks away. Go live. Hopefully my overlay shows up, and it's not. As one would expect, boy, this is a problem. So I don't have my overlay. Let me try again. I'm going to have to, I mean, I know off the top of my head, I'm looking at Colts and Rams with him. All right, so I'm going to try and jump out a little bit here and see why my browser is not doing what it's supposed to be doing. This is the second time I have had a trouble. Let me log into Spike Week. I will, Henry. I will. I just can't. I'm trying to figure out why my overlay isn't working. And I'm on the clock. Eckler. I'm going to take Mike Evans. You can. Oh, it is working. All right, good. We're good. All right. So you can see I own 5% of Mike Evans in this contest. That's not enough. I took a running back in round 1. And you're going to see now that what happens is it updates the board. Green is people that you stack with that are not in this column are people who stack with without, people who you stack with without a quarterback. Correlations week 16, correlations week 17. So I am 15 picks away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Oops, Kamara. I do like Pitts. Connor has a week 16. So you can see it's only $25 a month. So you can see right here, Connor has a correlation week 16 with Mike Evans. There's no Marquise Brown as well, obviously. And there's really no one else who has a correlation or is that good that I would feel the need to reach for on my next pick. So we are set up for my next pick. At a certain point, I am going to be jumping into Henry. I do understand. It was just that I was doing a few things at once. Also, if I'm in a draft with people who know me and are in the draft, I did wait until this filled first. But definitely for like the FFPC, I don't like making my queue set up based on I trust in my ability to make my picks. It bit me in the ass yesterday when my internet or something went wrong with Underdog in the middle of the draft. But that's the way it goes. Good to have you aboard, Henry. Extensions are working. We're 9 picks away. Coming back around, you can see that Allen Robinson will have a correlation and Akers will have a correlation. Not as worried about it early, but it is good to keep your eye on everything so that when, but there's plenty of time here. So as I was saying, Underdog has a great set of contests, playing a lot there this year. Still have $910 to spend. I guess you guys could get to see that too. And then I will probably reload because I will need to reload to finish the 150, which I probably will do. I mean, once I get to 100, it'll be based on how I feel, how the board feels. I'm not going to just do 150 just to do it. I also like when they come up with these little contests. So one thing I can also do after I make my next 2 picks and we got the next long break, I will show you just how easy it is to do a bunch of slows with this new software. So yes, 11 o'clock live draft. It's already filled, Henry. I'm just being a lot more careful about doing drafts live this year and podcasting them where people can see my queue and things like that. And anyway, I'm up next. Plethora of choices. You can see all right. So you can see I'm 1 pick away. I can one of these 3 is going to be the pick. You can see I have a heavy Pitts ownership. I don't feel the need to do it here. Kamara, I think that deal is there goes Pitts. So basically, I own about the same of these 2 guys, but I have a week 16 correlation. Why not take advantage of that week 16 correlation? And boom. All right, now we're 6 picks away. There goes Kamara. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm not going to take another running back here. I'm not a fan of Gabe Davis's price. I could stack Herbert with Eckler, and Allen Robinson is a good stacker there, and that really is it. That's really what I'm looking at for the next pick. And I'm going to even take Zeke out because there's no way I'm taking him. And you would think I would want Herbert. I got 6 and 4. I'm going to be underweight on the top few quarterbacks because I just think the opportunity cost of taking a quarterback this early, especially one without running upside, is not for me. So I'm leaning towards, if value doesn't fall, I'm leaning towards Allen Robinson, and I can always come back with Stafford to complete that stack. Let's see. All right. So I got to say, I love this spike week overlay. I mean, it just makes what I was already doing so much easier to do. It also shows you the percentage that you have with your number 1 quarterback, number 2 quarterback, first round pick, second round pick, third round pick, so you can make unique lineups. They added, based on my recommendation, another thing I highly recommend is, and now when you'll see what happens when a quarterback comes up, you'll see if he's stacked, and you'll see if he has a week 16 and 17 correlation. So someone took Allen Robinson, probably because I said I was going to take him. But even if not, it's not the end of the world. See, this is where I'll just scoop value. Cortland Sutton's going earlier than I thought. The Denver KC game is good. I'm going to take a value pick and take Cortland Sutton at pick 40 instead of pick 36. I really don't feel the need to stack Herbert with Eckler. 16 picks away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. I love Mooney. I'm starting to get lower on him ownership-wise than I want, so I'll include him. Kyler has that correlation, but it's with James Conner, so I'm not as high on that. Godwin, I've already got Evans. I could add Godwin. And then you go down and there's really no greens that make sense. So that is, I will put Kyler in there in case there's just nothing that I like. Let's say a Montgomery is the only thing that falls to me. All right. So, boy, I don't want to do that. Give me a second, guys. I am going to unshare. And I'm going to share differently. All right. So duplicate, go back. So as you can see, I'm up in one other draft. So you go to the draft. And you can see I've got 2, 4, 7, 2. So I'm in the market for another quarterback, another running back, wide receivers. Take a look, my 2 tight ends. I could take a third tight end here. And you can see I don't have a correlation week 17 with Rodgers. He is stacked. Tua is stacked. And then especially this late in the draft, I look for blue. And the first blue is Romeo Doubs. And Sony Michel. Is there anyone that I just can't afford to miss? I do like Marlon Mack here, but he's not correlated with anyone else. I think this is a good time to take a third tight end. Hurst, week 16, I'm trying to get more Hayden Hurst, and this is not a great running back room, so I am going to add Hayden Hurst. All right, so that's that. And I am now 4 picks away. So I showed you guys that. Mad Sox. I actually drafted a fair amount of Dubs at started best. I did too. And then I backed off, back on trying to add a little bit of him. So we're going to delete that. And we're just going to focus on this draft. So 3 picks away, we've got Mahomes, who has a correlation with Cortland Sutton, who I put in. We also know you can get stacks of Mahomes late. Kittle, 51. So if he gets there, I've done some Bateman. So, I mean, basically it's going to be Mahomes or Kittle probably. I could go Mooney too. Okay. Mahomes made it. I think that's the way I'm going to go. So now I passed on one stack, and Mahomes at 51, I like a lot better than Herbert. So you can see I got Mahomes at a 6-pick value, and I've already got my week 17 correlation for him. You guys can see just how cool this overlay is. I'm 5 picks away. 1, 2, 3. I would take Dobbins. 4. I'm not going to take Hurts. Not going to take Dillon here. I do like Cooper as a value. There's Hopkins would go with Tampa Bay, but that's okay. I'm not going to reach for that. I'm not going to reach for Russ. Michael Thomas is a guy that I would consider here. I think Michael Thomas's ADP is going to be going up very, very soon. So I'm not going to take him on St. Brown. I'm not going to take Dobbins. Oh, wait. Yes, I got to leave him in there. So, 3 picks away, 4 guys in the queue. And there goes Michael Thomas. So don't know if that guy's watching me, but if not, I like Randall Cobb. Rodgers always shows that he likes guys he has familiarity with. And I've been taking Randall Cobb, and I hate Cobb. I haven't drafted him in years. But in the 20th round or 18th round of drafts, it might not be a late season play, but it's certainly a play for later. All right, so I feel like Amari and Dobbins. I mean, Amari, I just think his ADP is going to go up at some point, and it opens up the Washington guys. It gets me 3 wide receivers. So that's where sometimes there's no correlations. There's no stacks that you like. And, you don't, and there was no one I felt worth reaching for. So Amari is the best pick on the board for me for this draft. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So we're definitely going to have some overlap. This is going to be interesting. I thought I'd be through more of this draft by the time the FFPC one started. So 13, 14. I like Tony at ADP. Gage goes with Arizona, and I've got Arizona, but I've already got Evans. Brady, I've got Evans, so I'll put him in. Clyde Edwards-Helaire, you can see it's in blue because it's a stack, but I don't love that for Mahomes. I do like Rashad Penny, and he is with, and then there's MVS, which it's a little bit of a reach for MVS. So this is going to be interesting because you really want to stack, but at the same time, you don't want to pass on good value. So this is going to be an interesting test of how and what we do. You can see the FFPC is, do you see that? Yes, you will see that. FFPC. Are you guys seeing this, everything that I'm clicking on? So you can see I built my queue for the first 3 rounds for the FFPC draft. So I got 11 people in the queue, 6 picks away. I'm not going to take Joe Burrow. Oh, boy. The same problem I had last night. What the hell is going on? Let's see if I also get screwed here. This is the same thing that frickin' happened to me last night, where it wasn't letting me update my queue. This is ridiculous. This is just fucking ridiculous. It's not going to let me make a pick either. And if I trying to go to my phone, I'm just not going to be able to draft on the FFPC. I mean, on Underdog right now. Until I get an answer. Thank God Lance went. It's not letting me get on my phone either. It logged me out. Oh my gosh. You see, request failed with status code 429. So I'm going to get fucking Alan Lazard instead of MVS. Oh, this is so irritating. See, it logged me out, but it logged me out on my phone too. Maybe it has something to do with my Wi Fi. I'm turning my Wi Fi off on my phone. Sorry, guys. It might be my internet. Is still hearing me the podcast, or is it just an underdog thing? If you guys could tell me what you're seeing, because at least I got it on my phone. I think it might be something to do with my router, but why it's intermittent, I don't know. So, I think I'm going to go down and just move my router. I do have it on my phone, so the fact that it's working on my phone makes me wonder if it's my router. I'll be right back, guys. All right, I'm back. Let's see if I'm back on underdog. No, it's just not letting me back on underdog. So now it is. All right. Let me share the screen again. Well, all right. I don't know. Hopefully it doesn't happen again. But you see, I was on the phone able to add MVS with the second pick. I didn't want Lazard at all. But you see how now Mahomes is in blue? That means that he has been stacked up. All right. So next pick. I've already got one. I wouldn't mind my third running back here. I wouldn't mind a tight end, but Knox is not correlated. And there's guys that I know I'll like later. So I'm on the clock. I don't have a lot of Harris for a reason. I've got a lot of Singletary. He doesn't fit this build. I'm going to add Melvin Gordon. This is the perfect example of showing how you can drop a bit of a tier. I could also take Aaron Rodgers and be done at quarterback since I have a rare Lazard share. Let's do that. All right. So now Aaron Rodgers shows up, and you see he's in blue because I've got Lazard, and I've got MVS with Sutton coming back. So I'm stacked and correlated here. It's going to be hard to find someone on Minnesota, but that's life. 5 picks away. So 1, 2, and I think I'm still going to be able to get a running back that I like. Patterson has a week 17. Tim Patrick is a good correlation. I'm not willing to reach for Watson. I am willing to possibly reach for Mecole Hardman here. Let's see how this goes. Anyone from any Miami's? No. All right. So you can see the blue. Marset is free. I keep meaning to take him, and then I don't. When I run into this situation, it's a very good suggestion. I keep thinking of him too, and I haven't been taking him. So it's going to be hard for me to pass on Melvin Gordon. It might be hard to pass on Walker. That'll give me a week 16 late in the season. He could be the guy. I've got 2 good running backs in front of me. I don't have a lot of Walker. I'm going to go with Walker. It's also a value at 107 by 6 picks. I think he's going to continue to go down, but Walker it is. All right. So now I've got to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. It's 11 o'clock somewhere. So you see the FFPC draft started, and for some reason, my queue disappeared. There we go. All right, so we're going to have to really be careful. 14, 13, 13. So then we start looking at blue. Tua, no. Gesicki would be a good choice. I don't have a tight end. Komet doesn't have correlations, but I like him. Freiermuth, no correlations. I like him. Any other blues that I should look at? Osborne for the second pick. All right, so I feel like I'm ready. And the great thing about Underdog is you do see here how many picks away you are. So you can hang out here more. And we already had our first auto draft in the FFPC. We'll open up a draft board as well. I don't have enough Cook or Kelsey, so that's who I'm looking at taking. Move them up over Eckler, who I do have some of. I wouldn't say a large amount. Is this fun, guys? Doing 2 at once? Or am I insane? Don't answer that. And this guy looks like he's going to time out. 9 picks away. This is where I will actually. So all right, I'm up next. And Chase is there. Well, Chase ain't there. So this is a Kelsey draft. I have 0 Dalvin Cook, though. I'm going to take Oh, man, I want Kelsey. I'll get some. I still got about 30 drafts. I'll get some Dalvin. And that takes me off of Pitts, who is going to probably, one of Pitts and Barkley or Aaron Jones is going to be there. So I'm going to be bummed out if I don't get, if Pitts is the only guy I like on the board. 6 picks away here. Spiller is not someone I want because I've got Kamara. Fields I don't want because I don't need a quarterback. I'm going to really have to be careful what I add to the queue with this issue. Hopefully it was my router and restarting it fixed the issue. So I think I know who I want here. All right, I'm on the clock. I'm going to take Madison. It'll get me my correlation. A 4th running back. He fits in good when you have 2 starters. You're not counting on him for a floor. I don't have a floor with either, though. But still, Ronald Jones is certainly no guarantee. So I am going to go with him. And then 5 picks away. 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't want another running back. I really don't want Tolbert. Palmer is a stack partner. Henderson is actually a good choice. But I need to start thinking about tight end. So let's see how that comes. I'm going to be up next here. So Aaron Jones made it, but so did Mixon. Boy, that's a tough one. KC has correlations with no Cincinnati. Aaron Jones has Minnesota. Oh boy, this is a tough one. So I really quickly will run over to my ownership. Aaron Jones, I have 15%. Mixon's going to be less, 8%. All right, I'm going to take Mixon. All right, so this queue is set for the next time. We're back over here, and I'm up next. So I'm going to get a tight end. So here's the thing. I've got a lot of Kmet. He is rated higher for me than Gesicki, but I get a correlation with my quarterback. It fills up the week 16 correlation. And I like Gesicki. He's a nice spiky tight end. So that's a situation where I'll do that. So now I'm looking for 16. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I don't want Crowder right now. 13, 14. Albert O is a good second tight end. TDP would be good. Everett, no. Shark, I do like. Gainwell, Tunyon is a stack and a second tight end. Go down to blue, you get Casey here. I'll go down a little further as we go with that. So back over to here, and you can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I've got 12. So I planned on Connor Kamara being there. And that'll give me no wide receivers through 3 rounds. DJ Moore is a consideration. Sutton, where's Sutton? Sutton would be a consideration too because I've got Kelsey. In fact, I would put him above DJ Moore for that reason. He goes a little later here, but he won't make it back to me. Nobody else that I really think should make it back. Check on your guys' questions. No questions. Go back over here. 8 picks to go. What do you guys think of this overlay? Pretty cool, right? So now you can see I've got week 16 and 17. I didn't give up a ton of value to do it. Now I'll be looking at the green, which is other correlations, right? So, but I'm still a few picks away. I have a bad feeling that I'm going to end up on the board on both or right around the same time. But 30-second clock over here versus a minute over there. So, boom, 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 boom. All right, so Algier is, I really don't want Pierce. I don't like him that much. Well, 130, 18 pick value if he makes it. Algier, Hunter Henry. We talked about Albert O. That would give me a second. This is probably a 3 tight end team. Tunyon goes very well. I don't have much Tunyon. I don't believe in him, but I don't have a ton of Rodgers, and it's so the guys above them, Pierce is the only one, but then I'd be done at running back. I'm going to have a hard time on Pierce. Pierce is there. I mean, this is a time when it's hard because you've got 24 picks of value. Will one of the tight ends make it back to me? If not, Higbee will. He's got correlations for me. I'm going to take Pierce. He doesn't have a bye week. He's 20. So, sometimes value does trump. And so I'm pretty much done at running back. I don't think I can go 6 here. I'm going to need the top 2 to stay healthy early while I hope that these 3 come along. But it's got a lot of late upside. 4 picks away here. Night mode. How do I do that on the computer? I'm happy to do it, but all right, just give me a sec. Once I get through these picks, I'll do it for you. FFPC does that, gives you that nice, you are up next. All right, so Waller, good value, but no. And Pittman went. This is not what I expected. I don't have a lot of ETN. I still don't love him there. I'm going to take James Conner. I'm trying to add more of him. I do think he is in Arizona, Cincinnati. I mean, Connor's an every down back. I don't think ETN is going to be. I know he catches a lot of passes, but so does Connor. And we got Albert O. All right. So I probably should have stacked Tunyon. I spent too much time over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, so I got plenty of people in the queue here. Now I got to go back over here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And then Hollywood. F1. Atlanta, Denver. Where's Judy? Judy's down there. All right. So that's set up. Night mode. Apple menu. System preferences. Oh, great. It doesn't want to do it. System preferences. Three picks away. Sorry. On the clock, Corey Davis matches up with Ken Walker, so that gives me, now that these are all blue, less worried. So now I start filling in my other correlations, doing it at value if I can. 6 picks away. I do have more guys in the queue. Night shift. Manual. Does that help? Oh man, I hate that. Sorry, buddy. Is there another way to do this? Sorry, I can't do that. Underdog option. I can't do it in the middle of 2 drafts. When we get down to 1 draft, I can try it. Sorry about that, buddies. You know what? This should help, right? Did that help? Get my ugly mug out of there. One pick away, 4 picks away. So Pierce gives me a Chargers. Bourne gives me a Miami. Look at my wide receiver room. 1, 2, 3. I think I need a guy. I like Bourne. And I got Hamler. I got a lot of Pierce. Got a lot of Bourne. Don't have a lot of Hamler. I can't pick Hamler over Bourne. All right. Done there. 16 picks away. At 2, 5, 7, 2. Oh man, I could have taken Ingram. All right, 1. There's not much I'm going to love at tight end the rest of the way either. All right, back over here. Sutton's a no-brainer. If I can get him, if I can't, and I got him. Wow. All right, that is beautiful. All right, Sutton. And 1, 2, 3. All right, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Thinking about this night mode thing is driving me crazy. I don't think I should be thinking about that right now. All right, so 12 guys in the queue down to Hawkinson. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. And you can see I have my handy dandy chart because the overlay doesn't work here. I think Judy to go with Sutton wouldn't be a bad idea. I think Juju is moved up. I wouldn't mind him, and I definitely wouldn't mind Mooney. I got 2 running backs, 1 wide receiver, 1 tight end. Night mode. Right here. I bet that's it. There we go. Man, I hate that. But does that help you guys see it better? Yep. That's the thing about a camp blurb, right? And in the beginning, the ADP doesn't catch up, and you find that I can't do this. I'm so not used to it. I guess I could. How far away am I? I'm still pretty far away. No, I can't do it. Sorry. I'm just not used to it. All right. So I need another tight end. So here's where you go. So I would take Kyle Rudolph and I would take Brevin Jordan. Now let's look at the 11 and 9, 11 and 6. So when you have another one, I guess Dulcich is a guy I could consider too if I don't take one this time. Wide receiver is the only other position I would consider here. Thank you. Too many callers, man. It's just like boom. I'm old. If you guys haven't noticed. Hey, I want light mode like we had back in the 70s. So a Sheriff Chenault wouldn't be bad. He's got double correlations. Cobb is a guy that has correlations. I like Cobb here. I probably won't take him over. He's still pretty far down. All right. Well, I lost. I think I keep hearing people don't like Rudolph. Rudolph's got talent, and Brady. It's freaking Brady. So I am perfectly content to have some Rudolph. Gives me a third tight end. Let's see. So the only thing I want now with my last pick is a wide receiver. If I don't get Cobb, Amari Rogers would be a good choice. Chenault, as I mentioned, would be good. Zay Jones would be good. So I got plenty of options here as we look to finish this up strong. So Mahomes and Rodgers all stacked up. Eckler, Connor, Walker, Madison, and Pierce. Maybe a little weak at running back, or should I say a little weak at floor at running back. Going to need the 2 main guys to get me there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 wide receivers: Evans, Sutton, Cooper, Lazard. I did get kind of screwed with Lazard, MVS, Corey Davis. I'm going to go with Cobb. He gives me a second Viking, a second person. He's not going to be high owned. All right, so that's that for this. Now we go back and we'll do some more of this draft, and I'll engage with you guys more. My money's on Rudolph. I think he's a pretty good guy. I think he's not what he was a couple years ago, but I do think there's talent. He's was on a non-passing offense for a couple years, and then he goes to the Giants, and they were a complete disaster. And the Ingram was there. I mean, look, you could pick your favorite. I don't think there's a mistake necessarily. And we're 51 minutes in, so I'm not going to stay on the whole time for this other draft, but so I prefer a wide receiver here. Marquise Brown is a nice value if he makes it. Cooks, I guess, is starting to go higher. Bateman, certainly wouldn't mind. Judy, wouldn't mind. The double stack, you really don't see much of the double stack anymore. So but I'm going to take Marquise Brown. Kyler's already gone, right? No, Kyler's not gone. I'm going to take Marquise Brown because I can always get Patrick. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6 is 10. And Kyler's right at 10. I wouldn't mind Godwin. I don't need Goddard. I don't want Burrow with Mixon. I don't want Hurts there. You guys heard me on Amari, Miles Sanders, Elijah Moore, Ertz. All right. So that's my cue for the next pick. Whenever you see this come back up, obviously I'm looking to see if there's questions. So if you guys have questions, so completed my drafts. So that's not showing. This is normally where you get, there we go. Click to get week lineups for Spike Week. So every time you finish a draft or make a bunch of picks, you click on this. It'll have you sign in. And then you see it's updating all 45 of the, and then once it says getting, then you will click send and it'll send them all. So I really would like Kyler here. I don't have a lot of Kyler. 5.8. I was down on none in this tournament. I was down on Kyler because I think he kind of was acting like a little bitch, and there he goes. Before his contract got signed, but now that he got his contract signed, I think that he's going to be pretty happy. So I don't know if it was a guy watching. I mean, does Yeslick even have anybody? He won't. He won't. I mean, Judy and A.J. Brown, no stack, just took Kyler. All right. Well, it happens. I'm going to take Russ. It's a little early. I don't care. I love Russ this year. Only a few picks early. I've got Sutton and Kelsey. That's my main stack. I am willing to forego Gibson, Dillon, Elijah Mitchell, and Cooper. I don't feel like I'm giving up on any value that I shouldn't. And that's kind of how I make my decisions. Stacks are important. They're less important on FFPC than they are on underdog. But it is, I love that week 17 game. I think Russ is a great value. You can see I have 13% of him, only 7% in this tournament. So I'm really glad I took him. I would have bet you dollars that I had him more. When you look, and this is why you do it. So lineups are ready. Click to send to Spike Week. Then I'll look up and show you guys. Once that's done, I'll show you the. I'll show you guys the my Russ ownership. So on 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 7 is 12. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Gage, not interested. Brady, I don't have anyone from Tampa, not interested. I already have a quarterback. Renfro, I like. Singletary, I do like, but I don't feel the need to take him there. Dak, I have nothing. Hunt, Knox, Michael Thomas, Lance, I don't have anything with. That whole side of that game. Kirk, I do like my boy Penny. I like Hopkins. Really F with the guy who has Kyler if I wanted to. All right, I should be able to find someone I like for my next pick. And you can go back over and you can see that Spike Week's lineups have been sent to Spike Week. All right, so you go over here, exposure, quarterback. Russ is my most owned quarterback. Dak second, Fields third. I mean, and Winston fourth, Stafford fifth, Daniel Jones sixth. Watson, I got a little ahead of my skis early on. Brady, I mean, I really love my ownership on, and you can see the top guys that go real early, I have less of. Burrow, I'm a little under on. Herbert, I'm a little, but I don't have 0, 4, and 5. Josh Allen, 5%. Lamar, 5%. Kyler, 6.5%. Mahomes, 6.8. He's dropping more than he normally does. All those early guys I'm under. It's that window of the 6th to 13th quarterback that I am investing in heavily, often twice in the same draft. And that's a way to be unique without doing any weird construction. I don't have to go 4 running backs. And, if you take 2 quarterbacks in that window, not a ton of people do that. All right. Any questions, comments? All right. I'm going to stop sharing my screen. And now I'm going to just share that one window. You can see my ugly mug a little. What do you like about Hertz? I mean, try and sell them to me. I mean, I get it. I know what you like about him, but I just think that I can get a guy like Fields later, Lance later, with the rushing upside. And he just goes a little too early if I'm not stacking him. And his weapons aren't cheap. I probably need a little bit more. Where am I on Hertz? 7.3. So I'm just slightly under on Hertz. And most of I still have over 50% of my drafting to do. So I don't mind that. Good. You do see it when I do that. Excellent. And welcome, Green Lab. Do I know you? So Michael Thomas went. It's going to be interesting. Sometimes you still see him drop. So Arizona, I've got Atlanta correlations with and Tampa Bay correlations with. So I want to try and get some of those if the price is kind of neutral. And we lost London already, so can't do that. Obviously no Pitts. So maybe it's a week 16 correlation with the Bucks. Gage is gone. Yeah, I mean, it's a nice to have, not a need to have, especially on the FFPC where more teams advance and you're only competing with 60 teams the last week instead of 400. You still want to do it. You just want to give up less value to do it. So I'm a little low on Pollard. This would be a good team for Pollard. That would get me Eagles and Titans. Sanders would get me New Orleans and Cowboys. Do I have a Cowboy? I do not have a Cowboy.
You are up next. Now you are on the clock.
All right, so Hertz is gone. Devonta Smith is there with New Orleans. Hunter Renfrow. This is not a bad time on the FFPC to take a third running back. I don't have as much Pollard as I would like. I think you have to plan for that. Oh, I do have 13%. I actually have plenty of Pollard in this. See, I haven't been keeping track of my FFPC ownership as much because I've only done like 20 drafts. It's not quite as important. I could go Tampa with Gage, and that will give me a week 16 with my two Arizona guys. But I'm dropping a tier with Devonta Smith.
15 seconds left.
I still think Gage is going to be really involved, but I'm going to go Devonta Smith. I'm not going to drop a tier for a correlation with a non-quarterback. And okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Penny's still there as a third running back. Hopkins is there. I'm still not ready for Walker. Edmonds can go in. Cook, I'm still not ready for. Freiermuth, I like. Tony, I like. Ramondre, I like. Patterson gives me that correlation, but he's been dropping. Ayuk. All right, so I've got 2 running backs, 3 wide receivers, a stud tight end, and a good quarterback. There's no stacking options with a second quarterback. I do like taking a quarterback in the range, but if there's no stacking, in other words, look, Sutton, quarterback, he's my stack. Mahomes is gone. Hertz is gone. Kyler's gone. So I'm not going to take Dak, however, is someone you can stack later. Brady, you could get Julio later, but don't think I'm going to do that. Penny is my first choice. Hopkins is good choice. I like Edmonds. Move him up. Still plenty of picks to go. Yeah, just not the kind of family you expected. I forgot to talk, didn't I? All right. Well, we're almost up. I was looking at some other things on my computer. This is bonus content, baby. We're at an hour and 5 minutes, so starting to lose people too. So I'm going to sign off soon.
You are up next.
Well, Penny's there. Edmonds is there. I think they're both pretty reasonable choices. Dak went, so I don't have to worry about that. I'm not going to take Lance because you can't get his options late. I do like Tony, but now I've got 3 wide receivers. I feel much better about wide receiver. I like, running backs go a lot quicker on FFPC. I like getting a third that I can count on. And Tommy Island, let's look at what he's doing.
Now
He
you
took
are on the
Ramondre,
clock.
left me Penny. So that's a blessing. That's one of the easier decisions I will have all year. Penny near the top of the queue. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Put Burks in, put Komet in, put Irv Smith in, Olaf, Robert Woods. Do I have, who did I just add? Seattle opens up the Jets. Sky Moore, I wouldn't mind him. He goes with my stack. I do like him. I do like that. All right. This is a very, very nice part of the draft. I think I'm going to sign off pretty soon, guys. Maybe I'll make one more pick. And I'll post the board later. I also haven't eaten in 16 hours with my fasting. Getting hungry. Any last questions, comments on the drafts? Get them in there. Take a look at another one at 1:30. Football guys. 1 o'clock doesn't look like it's going to go off. Yeah, I'm not talking much. Sorry. We're waiting for the next pick. Go over my. Let's go over my team so far, so you guys can see it. Russell Wilson at quarterback, Penny, Mixon, Connor, Sutton, Brown, Devontae Smith. So ideally, I'm looking for either a second quarterback that I can stack later with, or I'm looking for a player who will stack with a later quarterback without giving up too much value. That's kind of my thought for the next pick. And I'm up on another draft. Which one am I up for? The one with Billy, the 2-hour one. You guys won't see that, but Sorry, guys. Getting a little distracted here. But as I said, we're into the bonus content portion. Hour and 10 minutes in. And I'm still telling you, after doing a bunch of underdog drafts, it's hard waiting around for. Let me share the whole screen again. So I'm not boring you guys. So I can go in, go to drafts, go to active, and I'm on the clock on 4 drafts. So this will keep us busy while we're show you the more. Wait for the overlay to load. If anyone's joined the pod late, you can see that this draft, I've got Trey Lance and Zach Wilson. They're stacked up and fully correlated. I got 5 running backs: ETN, Dobbins, Walker, Carter, and TDP. I wouldn't mind the 6th, which I normally do. I need a second tight end, though. And I've only got 6 wide receivers, but I got Devontae, Debo, McLaurin, Bateman, Ayuk, and Wilson. So very strong there. Higbee, I do like. Hold on, let me go back over here. 2 picks away. So I do, let's just focus over here for a minute. I like Ayuk, but he is not someone I can stack with later. I could take Lance and hope that Ayuk falls. I mean, Ayuk's a guy that you really don't need to stack per se. There's no great value at wide receiver. I do like Freiermuth a good bit. I'm going to say that Ayuk will not make it back to me. Robert Woods and MVS. You can see Gage is falling. It's good I resisted the urge, but I could have, if I took him, possibly gotten Brady here. So that is interesting. Not good, but interesting. Damian Pierce, thank you. It's like that. It is like that. Not good. Let's look at It's Like That's team. Yeah, not bad. All right. Man, Brady's a pretty good value here, I think. 9.97. Yeah, Brady goes at the end of the 7th. I'm going to take Brady. Fuck it. I'm done at quarterback. 9 and 11. I got 2 studs. I got a shot at Julio later. I got a shot at Kyle Rudolph later. I'm very happy with that, man. Nice value. And that's where stacking is not, it's just not as important. And I've got enough guys for my next pick. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm filling in my queue. I don't want quarterbacks in there. I'm done at quarterback. Komet, Rodgers, Cousins, Melvin Gordon. Sure, he could be considered. Woods, Scantling, Gesicki could be considered. Rashad White could be considered. Boyd. So you got to look down further than you normally do because of the fact that ADPs are changing so quickly right now. All right, so let's go back over here. I need a wide receiver or a tight end. I have no correlations with Higbee. Ingram, I have a correlation with Zach Wilson. But I like Higbee a lot more. I don't have any Higbee in this contest. I own about the same overall. I think this is one where you just take value. And now, if it's Freiermuth and Higbee and I don't get a third, I will not feel too bad. All right, let's get back out. Let's go to the next one. So you can quickly knock out a bunch of drafts. All right, so I don't have Denver. I'm all stacked up here. 4 running backs, 1, 2, 3, 4. I do think I need a fifth. 1 tight end, definitely need another one. Wouldn't mind a good one. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I really think I need a wide receiver here. But Crowder, Shark. All right, am I passing on any? If I go Shark, am I going to give up any value? Everett is a bring back, but I already got one. I think I need wide receiver more. I like Carter. I like Algier, but I think I can still get running backs. I don't like doing that. I am taking DJ Shark. All right. Back out. So sometimes you correlate and sometimes you don't. Other needs come into play, and you got to keep up on it. All right, so this will be the last pick. And Gage is still there. And Rashad White just went, who I was really considering because he would have given me a 4th running back. But to get Gage to go with Brady, I think that's a great way to finish off this. So I waited on Gage 2 rounds. 10th round, I still think he has value. And I took him. So that's it. That's going to do it for the podcast. Thank you guys for joining. And thank you at Underdog Fantasy for all the great stuff you guys do. Have a good day.